Eve's sin of eating the forbidden fruit has had a profound effect on Christian theology, especially on the treatment of women. The verse that has had the greatest impact on this theology is Genesis 3:16. To the woman, God said, I will greatly multiply your pain in childbirth. In pain you will bring forth children, yet your desire will be for your husband, and he will rule over you. A comment by the prestigious theologian Walter Henry reflects what has become an unfortunate interpretation. The woman, for her sin, is condemned to a state of sorrow and subjection. She received a proper punishment of that sin in which she had sought to gratify the desire of her eye and of the flesh and her pride. Yet, careful scrutiny of the original Hebrew text and viewing the passage through the lens of Israel's ancient culture leads to a dramatically different conclusion. Let us focus on your desire will be for your husband and he will rule over you. The Hebrew word translated husband is ish, which simply means a man, any man. A husband is certainly a man, but the more common word for husband in the Bible is Baal, which means the Lord and Master who has authority over one or more people. However, Baal is not the word used here. So we know that Eve's desire will be for a man. And then, in the passage we are considering, we are told that this man will rule over you. The Hebrew word is mashal, but don't be too quick to conclude that the man is her husband who is ruling over her. When a Hebrew word is repeated in a different context, it can act as an echo of the earlier word. That is, people in ancient Israel who learned by memorization, because they did not have books like we do, would have been alerted by the repetition that would connect the two passages in their minds. And guess what? Both teshukah, meaning desire, and mashal, to rule over, appear in another verse shortly after the story of Adam and Eve. We can find this echo in the account of Cain and Abel. After Cain killed his brother, Abel, you might be surprised that the penalty for this murder was not death. Instead, God began by instructing Cain. Listen now to God's instruction to Cain. If you do not do well, sin is crouching at the door, and its desire, teshukah, is for you. But you must master it. That's our word, mashal. And this is Genesis 4:7. I have structured this verse to display its linguistic artistry, which begins with the theme of God's instruction about sin. If you do not do well, sin is crouching at the door. The vivid image portrays sin as a vicious lion that is ready to pounce on you. Then we learn two things from God's instruction. First, sin has an intense desire, teshukah, to take control of us. Its desire is for you, God explains. Then comes the little word but, which introduces a contrast to sin's desire for you. But you must master it. The word master it is mashal. That is, if we master sin, we rule over that sin, then it will no longer have any power in our lives. With this echo in your mind, we can now return to the story of Eve. Your desire, God told Eve, which is teshukah, will be for your man, and we ask, who is the man? And he will rule over you, and that's our word mashal. I suggest this is prophetic of the coming Messiah. Sin desires to control us, but when we allow Jesus to become our Lord and Master, then we can rule over that sin and prevent it from devouring us. So, let us apply this message to our lives today. As we learn to yield all areas of our life to Jesus, we must be cautious about who we allow to influence us. In our relationships, We must not defer to those who are ungodly, but instead do our best to follow our Lord Jesus Christ in humble obedience. As we learn to resist ungodly influences, we will grow in our ability to resist and overcome sin.